Covering every county, this is your statewide newscast. Arkansas Today.
Good Friday afternoon. I'm Mallory Brooks. Thanks for joining us for Arkansas Today. President Trump has rolled out new guidelines he says will protect the right to pray in public schools, saying the point of the rollout is to protect religious freedom and to make sure groups of faith are not discriminated against. Clarissa Bustamante brings us the new law's impact here at home.
This afternoon, we're proudly announcing historic steps to protect the First Amendment right to pray in public schools.
President Donald Trump claiming some public schools are limiting religious freedom by stopping students from praying.
The authorities are stopping students and teachers from praying, sharing their faith, or following their religious beliefs. It is totally unacceptable.
The law states that public schools cannot lead prayer, but students may pray independently if they wish.
There have been cases in other states where school administrators, maybe unknowingly what the law is about prayer in school, have tried to stop students from doing that, and that's just as wrong as it is having students pray over the loudspeaker.
Rick Schaefer with Springdale Schools says their kids are allowed to pray independently just so long as it's not disruptive. And he remembers a time when this wasn't the case in public schools.
I vividly remember that. I can vividly remember sitting in a classroom and we had a prayer every morning.
Back in the 60s, a Supreme Court ruling banned prayer over a loudspeaker.
Sixth grade was the last year where my homeroom teacher read a Bible verse every day. Then the law changed that, so the next year you didn't do it.
The president's new guidelines aims to protect your child's right to pray. Springdale schools have a plan in place to report any unlawful restriction of that right.
If it happened once, and a student reported that, then obviously the principal would go to the teacher and say, hey, that's just something you can't do. And I can't say that's never happened.
On a larger scale, these guidelines make sure states don't discriminate against religious institutions when distributing federal dollars.
Bustamante reporting. Little Rock School District Superintendent Michael Poore has sent a letter to teachers regarding the future employment. The letter, sent Thursday, was given to employees impacted by school closures and reorganizations. This includes positions such as aides and bus drivers. It says all classified employees' positions at Hall, J.A. Fair, McClellan, and Rockefeller will be declared vacant. Those teachers have the opportunity to apply for any open positions within LRSD. The letter says LRSD expects to employ fewer employees in the next school year.
I mean, I feel sad about them teachers, you know. Where you going to put them? You know, I don't know how many teachers at each school, but they got to find a job somewhere.
The district also noted it has gone through challenging situations before that and will again. A hearing for a former Malvern High School counselor accused of trying to make child porn is in court today. Jonathan Williams was scheduled to appear earlier this morning. Williams was arrested Wednesday and remains in custody. The Malvern School District said in a statement none of their students were involved in the matter. Williams resigned from his job in 2019, citing personal reasons. Advocates say human trafficking in Arkansas is more common than you may realize. According to Kevin Metcalf, the founder of the Fayetteville-based National Child Protection Task Force, a lot of times we view human trafficking as a violent abduction, but really it could be a lot more subtle than that. Metcalf says human traffickers don't match any specific description, and social media and websites like YouTube make it easier for children to be targeted. Metcalf says you can help protect your kids by simply understanding them better.
If parents really want to make a difference, they're going to have to step up and form a relationship with their kids and actually listen to them, especially as the kids get older.
Aside from listening, Metcalf says you need to become informed, find out what tactics human traffickers use and how to protect against them. He also reminds you to say something if you see something. The Little Rock branch of the FBI making another big bust, this time all the way down in Dallas, Texas. 4 men are now facing federal charges after allegedly breaking into ATMs and stealing cash. The U.S. Attorney's Office says the scheme involved rental cars in 3 states, and they targeted ATMs at Walmart stores and gas stations in Conway and Benton, among others. $15,000 in cash and 15 firearms were also seized. Agents in Dallas and Oklahoma City were also involved. A Jonesboro Police Department K-9 has died. We're told he got sick several weeks ago and never recovered. K-9 Gabo was shot during a SWAT raid in 2018. He recovered a few months later, went back to work, and was even awarded the Medal of Valor. He was 9 years old. An officer in Fort Smith is being honored for his act of kindness towards a shoplifting suspect. Back in November, police officers stopped a couple with 2 children because the father and mother were suspected of taking food. The father was arrested. But then on Officer Kenneth Martin's body cam, you see him paying for that family's groceries. Martin was named Employee of the Month for January for his good deed.
We don't do this job for personal recognition, fame, and none of that stuff. We do it because we have a calling within ourselves to serve our community, to serve our fellow man, so to speak.
Martin was nominated for the award by another officer who saw his act of kindness. Inmates at one Arkansas jail are hoping a new light will help them get their lives back on track. Crittenden County Sheriff Mike Allen posted these pictures on Facebook. He says 16 inmates at the county jail were baptized this week. In all, 25 have been baptized just in the last 3 months. The hope their newfound faith will help them and others to know that jail doesn't have to be the end. Arkansas Tech University is moving forward with a historic preservation project to restore Williamson Hall. You might remember a fire destroyed the roof of the historic building last April. The fire was caused by renovations being made. The Arkansas Tech Board of Trustees said the out-of-pocket cost after insurance will be around $600,000. The university plans to have the project done for the fall 2021 semester.